The most successful person you know may still wear a shirt they bought 7 years ago. Not because they can't replace it, because it still does its job. A well-kept old jacket or pair of shoes can signal something far more useful than a fresh label. You don't need your clothes to prove you've done well. That choice protects your money, your attention, and your freedom to decide what matters. The cost of replacing clothes that still work is larger than the receipt. Clothes do a practical job. They keep you warm, help you meet a dress code, and let you move through your day in comfort. But a lot of clothing gets bought for a second job. Status signaling, torture. You know the feeling. You see what peers wear, notice what seems current, and feel a quiet pull to keep pace. Nobody needs to say you look behind the curve. The market does that work for them, with a steady stream of new cuts, new colors, and a new reason to feel slightly out of date. That pressure works because clothes sit right on the surface. Your work, savings, and judgment take time to see. A new outfit can be seen in a second, so it becomes an easy shortcut for showing that you're doing well, even when the audience barely knows you. The reward also fades fast. You buy the thing, wear it out once or twice, notice a few looks or comments, and the charge wears off. Then the item becomes part of the background, while something newer takes its place in your mind. That isn't a flaw in you. It's the model. If one good purchase gave you lasting peace, the system would have a hard time selling you the next one. As your income grows, this can become more expensive without feeling more extreme. You don't think you're chasing status. You're just buying a better version of what you already buy. Better fabric, better fit, a more current shape. The standard rises quietly, and soon a perfectly good item feels like a compromise. That's lifestyle creep in a cleaner form. Your closet expands, but your sense of enough stays just out of reach. The shift comes when you stop using clothes as an external scoreboard. Now, I don't am seen and they trail raiders as an external scoreboard. Instead, you build an internal scoreboard. You decide what counts before you enter a store, open a browser tab, or notice what someone else is wearing. For clothes, the questions are plain. Does it fit well? Does it suit the life you actually live? Is it comfortable? Does it hold up? Do you still like wearing it? If the answer stays yes, the age of the item doesn't matter. 7 years isn't a rule. It's a useful signal that you've stopped treating ordinary use as a reason to replace something. Try a simple test. Replace an item when it no longer fits, no longer works for the job, or can't be repaired for a cost that makes sense. Not when a feed tells you a new season has begun. Not when someone else has upgraded. Function first. Think about what that does to your decisions. You stop asking, what does this say about me? And start asking, does this support my life? One question puts you on display. The other puts you in control. Quiet wealth works the same way. It isn't about hiding from the world or wearing worn-out clothes as a badge. It's about refusing to perform your success for an audience that has no stake in your future. Most of the people whose approval you chase won't remember what you wore last month. They won't cover the cost of an extra year of work if your spending habits close off your choices. Their opinion is cheap because they don't pay for it. You do. And once shopping stops acting as a steady form of self-assessment, something else opens up. You spend less time comparing, less time looking for the next fix, and less time making small decisions that drain more from you then they return. A shirt rarely costs you only once. The first spend feels small enough, but the habit pulls a chain behind it. A new pair of shoes needs the right trousers. A new jacket makes the old bag feel wrong. And soon your wardrobe has turned into a set of unfinished projects. That's how an upgrade habit works. Each item sets a new floor for the items around it, and the spend keeps coming because the standard keeps shifting. Money you don't spend stays flexible. It can sit there until you need it for something real. Time off between jobs, a move you want to make, a hard month, or the freedom to turn down work that asks too much from you. That space is financial margin. It's the gap between what you earn and the wants you've trained yourself to treat like fixed bills. A high income without margin can look good from outside while feeling tight from within. You keep earning, but every raise already has a claim on it. Your wardrobe isn't the whole problem, obviously, but it can be one of those quiet monthly drains that keeps you tied to a life you no longer chose. And the cost isn't just money. Consider what goes into replacing something that still works. You search. You compare. You read reviews that all sound slightly annoyed. You order 2 sizes because no one trusts sizing anymore. Then pack up the one that doesn't fit and stand in line to send it back. After that, you store it, care for it, and decide what it goes with. A small buy can take hours of your attention, spread across a week, all so you can own one more thing that asks for space in your head. A closet can hold more choices and still produce the same morning line, "I have nothing to wear." Consumer culture has managed to turn abundance into a mild form of admin. Efficient work, if you're selling clothes. The alternative isn't owning one shirt and calling it a philosophy. It's buying fewer useful pieces, then letting them earn their place over time. That's the BIFL mindset, short for buy it for life. It doesn't mean every item needs to last forever. Bodies change. Jobs change. Fabric wears out. Wears out. It means you choose with use in mind, care for what you own, and repair an item when the repair costs less than starting over. Think of your wardrobe like a well-run tool drawer. You don't need 5 versions of the same tool because one came in a new color. You need the ones you reach for, in good shape, ready when the job comes up. So keep the rules plain. Know what you wear now, not the life you imagine wearing for. Wash and store your clothes in ways that help them last. Mend a loose button. Fix a seam. Resole shoes when the rest of the shoe still works. Then replace an item when function ends, not when the market gets bored. This kind of restraint builds more than a neat closet. It cuts a repeating demand on your money and attention, which means more room to buy back your time. You can put that room toward rest. You can hold it for a change you can't see yet. Or you can simply stop filling your weekends with errands created by things you didn't need to buy. Dress well, if that helps you do your work and feel at ease. Just don't dress for an audience that disappears the moment you leave the room. Clothes that still work keep your money and attention in your hands, where they can support the life you actually want. If this reframed something for you, subscribe. We talk about quiet wealth, living on your own terms, and cutting status signaling before it turns your freedom into someone else's sales target.